Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to book an event on the MedallionClass app that you want to attend on the ship, and also how to make dinner reservations. Also, before I do that, I wanted to give you a quick update. A lot of you have been asking questions about where to get tested in Seattle if you're not just flying in, and so that would be at the SeaTac airport if you're just flying in, and you can look at that, my COVID testing in Seattle video to see that. But also, a nice commenter said that they are going to get tested through the program that they have through the University of Washington. And so on my COVID testing in Seattle video, I have added the link that you can click on and sign up to get tested. They have several locations, and so you can sign up and then just go to that location and get tested at your appointment time. And I did want to say that it takes 24 to 48 hours, they say, to get the results back. So just make sure that you plan in advance so that you have your results back in time to board the ship. And so that's just a quick update on that. So I've had several questions about how you book to attend a lecture or whatever event you see on the MedallionClass app. And so I have noticed that over the last few days, Princess has been adding a lot more of the events. Some of them are starting to show the location that they will be held in. And I also want to say that some of them don't have very many openings. Like, for example, to listen to some music somewhere, there are only 20 openings available. And I think that maybe that is just Princess's way of putting it on the schedule, and that really more people can attend. And so if you look at an event and it is scheduled full, but you really want to attend, I would suggest just going to that and see if you can get in. Because with us all being vaccinated, I don't think that they're going to make us be seated 6 feet apart or stand 6 feet apart necessarily all the time. And so just keep that in mind. That's what I'm going to do. I noticed that one evening they have a Discovery midnight sun experience that you get to view the stars and the sunset, I believe is what it is, with cookies and a blanket. And so there's only 20 openings for that. And of course they're all booked. And so I'm just going to go to it and see if they're accepting more people. So anyway, so you go to your MedallionClass app and you open the app up. And then the first thing that you want to do is scroll down here, and under Journey View, if you can see here, okay, they've got a thing to click on that says Travel Companions. And so it opens up, and first of all, the first time you do it, it'll just show you. And then if you want to add anyone, you go ahead down here, click up here, and you just add whichever person, and this little window comes up, and then you add their booking number. If you don't know your booking number, and you need to know it, or you don't know the booking number for the person you want to add, to get that number, all you do is log into Princess and go under your future cruises and click on that, and it'll show you this cruise, and it has the booking number listed right under the cruise. And so if you're traveling with someone and they're not on your booking, just have them do that and get you their booking number. And then once you've done that, you can go ahead and add them that way. And so you need to have the people that you're going to want to schedule for included in your travel companions. And if you have a large group, and sometimes you're going to want to schedule the whole group, for instance, for dinner, go ahead and add everybody here, even if you're going to have events that you're not going to schedule everyone, because you can unclick people and not add them to an event. Okay, so that's how that works. So then you go back, and then under the Journey View, you have this Journey View Activities timeline. And when you click on that, it kind of takes a minute, but it'll bring up the whole schedule of events. And like I said, I've noticed that they're adding more events every day. And so I don't know when they will all completely be added. I would like to think that by the time we get on the cruise and open the app, they'll all be there. So as you can see here, it just takes a minute, and then you have to scroll through going sideways. So you'll notice here that the first event on the day that we board, day number 1, is this piano event. And so what you do is you click on it if you would like to attend, and down here it already has my face check marked, and I do want my husband to come with me, so I just click on his face and see how it makes a little check box on him there. And so then you go ahead and reserve it. And so say, okay, I booked that. So now you have a reservation to attend this. It's in the Piazza, so even if you don't have a reservation, you can go down there and still listen. And anyway, so if you have an event scheduled and you decide that you don't want to go to that anymore, you just click on it. It brings it up, and see now at the bottom it says you can cancel the reservation. So if you click on cancel, it'll ask you if you want to cancel for everyone or just for you. And since it's just the two of us, I'll cancel for everyone. And see, now it's canceled, and you just say, okay. Alrighty, so that's how you add a reservation and how you cancel a reservation. So I wanted to point out that as you go across, when it gets busier with events, you're going to have to also, here, let's get to where there is one. You're going to have to scroll down to catch all the events. I think it would have been so much easier if they would have just put these in order of time in a list. But it looks cool to scroll across and see the pretty graphic across the top. But just remember to scroll down so that you don't miss anything, okay? The other thing that I want, and see, it reminds you to go back up to the top there. But see how right there it says all? If you click on that, it gives you the option to see all of the events that are available or just to see the events that you have scheduled, okay? And so the first thing that I think that I scheduled is Movie Under the Stars. Yep. On the night that we board, it's Ford v Ferrari, and we have seen that movie already, and we enjoyed it, and I don't know if we're going to go or not. But see, they only have 30 seats available, and they're all booked. But I am sure that up under Movies Under the Stars, more than 30 people can watch it. So if you want to go, I would say go. And then the next day, on day 2, our first C day, there is a MedallionClass App orientation, and I think it's at 9:30. It is at 9:30. And you see how this overlaps? I've got to decide what we're going to do. They also have starting at, and that is 45 minutes. The MedallionClass thing is 45 minutes. And then they also have the Shore Excursion Live Tour presentation. And so I don't know, I think I'll probably stay at the MedallionClass App orientation because I am firmly committed to the excursions that we're doing this time. But if you have questions about excursions, you might want to watch that. So anyway, just go across. I did notice on the things that I have booked with the Naturalist that there's always like 700 and something seats available. So historically they've done that in the Princess Theater, and I think that's what they're doing this time. So there'll be plenty of seats available for that as well. And so this is just a really nice way to kind of look and see what they've got now, and then you can easily see what you've already booked. And so that's how that works. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments below, and I'm happy to answer them. So if you want to, down here under the Ocean View Food, Drinks, and Shopping, there is an option here. Well, first of all, it says like manage drink packages. If you click on that, it just tells you that you have to do that in the cruise planner before you get on the ship. I think that once we get on the ship, if you want to buy a drink package, you can go ahead and click on that and add that once you're on the ship. But otherwise, you click on the Dine My Way, and let that open here. It just takes a sec. Alrighty, and so it lets you personalize how you would like to eat. So the top one lets you book the same time every night of the cruise, and we're not going to do that because, as you know, sometimes we're going to be a little bit later in port, and so on those evenings we're just going to eat at the buffet because we don't want to have to cut short our experience just to come back and eat in the dining room. The next one down is, it says view or book individual daily reservations, and then I wanted to point out order delivery with Ocean View. So that bottom one is what we get to use when we're on the ship and we want to order food or drinks delivered to us. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on that middle one to make individual dinner reservations. And so when it first comes up here, across the top, it shows each one of the days, and you just go ahead and click on whatever day you want to book reservations for. And so on the first day there, I booked dinner reservations at 8:40 in the evening on embarkation day, just so that we could have a nice relaxed dinner after we had seen everything we wanted to see, and it was getting a little bit darker outside. And so we've got that. But say on the formal nights, I have also booked us dinner reservations, And so say on day 3 that we want to book something. So in the evening, you just click on here, and it gives you the option if you want to book in the main dining room or in specialty dining. So I'm just going to click on the main dining room there. So you need to click again. There we go. Okay, and it brings up both of us. And so if I wanted to eat dinner by myself, I would just click on my husband and he would be removed from the dinner reservation. So that's where it comes in handy if you have a bigger group, but you're not wanting to book dinner for everybody together. You can just go ahead and click on whoever you don't want to book, and they won't be included in the reservation. And so once you've done that, you just continue there. Sorry, it's just taking a minute to think. And so then it brings up evening times. And so it shows that at 5 p.m., there's openings in the Concerto or in the Allegro dining room. And so what if you don't want to eat dinner at 5? You just click on that time and you select another time. Say you want to eat at 6:20. Now, the reservations that are still open in here these times are when there are openings. And so if you want to eat at that time, you can still eat at that time. Just go to whichever dining room you want, and you might have to wait a few minutes. The luxury of having a reservation is you're not supposed to have to wait, but I would say just go down and get in line to eat whenever you would like. And so it shows at 6:20. There are reservations available, and so you just say, okay, I'll take the Concerto, and it shows that both my husband and I are on there, and then you just click confirm reservation. So I'll just go ahead and do that. I can cancel it later because that day 3 we're going to be in Juneau until 10. And so that's how you book a dinner reservation. I also wanted to say on the formal nights, I booked our dinner reservations at a time that I thought would allow us time to get our pictures taken first. I don't know for sure that they're going to do photos on this cruise. I would think so. I've never been on a cruise that they haven't done photos. I noticed that you can buy a package with 10 photos for $189. And that's a good deal if you think you're going to want 10 photos, because usually they're $25 each. And so that's great. And you book that before you get on the ship. You can't do that after. You have to do that pre-cruise. And so if you want that, go ahead and log in and under Cruise Personalized or click on that and get your photo package. But I wanted to say that we are not going to do that this time because we have gotten on some of our cruise really amazing photos. When we went on our Baltic cruise, I think they had a professional photographer on there because he took amazing photos, and they did a perfect job when they processed the photos. The lighting was good. They didn't wash it out. It was really, really nice. But on this last cruise that we went on to Antarctica, they weren't such good photographers. And then on top of that, when they processed the photos, a lot of them look really washed out. But we had bought, they used to have a photo package that it was $200 and you got all the photos. And so we had done that. So it was worth it. We got a few really good photos and it was okay. But I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. I'm not quite sure what to think about the photos. So I'll report back once we get home and let you know kind of how the photos turned out. I hope that they have really kicked it up a notch again. And so that was our experience with that. So as you look at your app and go through everything, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Just put them in the comments below, or if you have questions about anything else, and I'll do my best to get back to you and let you know what I know about it or what I can find out. If you appreciated this video, will you please subscribe to our videos and give us a thumbs up? It really helps us out, and I'd appreciate your help. Thank you. So I will be talking to you again soon. Until I do, you take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye.